I haven't been to the cinema for a very long time, and I decided to have a look at the new Resident Evil movie, as I like this franchise and horror movies in general. And once I was done watching it, I remember thinking to myself that the movie was quite good by today's standards. Stop, what? What do I mean by saying by today's standards? Does it mean that the movie is actually better or worse? Unfortunately, it means that the movie is actually worse. It means that the modern movies are worse compared to the older ones. And actually the problem is even bigger. I noticed, and I think I'm not the only one, that not only today's movies feel worse than before, but today's games follow the same pattern. Maybe I'm wrong, but hear me out. You remember the depth and the amount of details that were put into games before? Remember the first Max Payne, the original GTA series? Maybe Silent Hill or Resident Evil. It feels like those games had soul. They did not have this outstanding graphics compared to today's visuals, but man, the character development, the story, the amount of detail that's been put into those games is tremendous. Now let's have a look at today's projects. Of course, we still have well-developed games like Red Dead Redemption 2 or God of War, but those are so rare nowadays. Today's most common thing is what happened to GTA series. Endless GTA Online that is designed in such a way that will make you leave as much money there as you can. And this extremely poorly made remaster of the original GTA trilogy that was done without any thought or dedication just to make you waste even more money on their project. There is no soul being present in those projects. This is simply a product with the only thing in mind: profit. The things that's happening with the movie industry is even worse. Look, I understand that the vast majority of people are going to the cinema in search of entertainment, not a thing that's supposed to make you contemplate your life choices. I get that. But as a result, we almost have no deep philosophical movies nowadays, or they simply do not get enough attention. Now, instead of a movie, we have this video roller coaster. All those Marvel movies, no offense to the fans, they designed to be packed with those special effects to entertain people whose attention span got so minuscule due to Instagram and TikTok that they need a huge CGI scene every 15 minutes, otherwise they cannot sit through the whole movie. And I got nothing against CGI in general or against the fact that those Marvel movies are so successful. No, I'm fine with that. What I have a problem with is that money is no longer given to narrative-style movies with well-developed characters and captivating stories. Because those movies will not make as much money as this spectacle of video like a Marvel movie. Occasionally those movies do appear, of course, the ones like Green Book or The Irishman. But those are the couple of droplets in the world called Ocean of Epicness. Every movie nowadays should be epic as fuck, and it doesn't matter how deep those characters are developed, how well the story is written, how good is the actors act, and so on. None of that matters. You often find yourself in a position when you can exactly predict what is going to happen next, right from the start of the movie, right? That is because every single one of them follows the same pattern that I'm sick of. Often the main character does not even have the time to show his emotions, to lead audience to that moment, to evoke a certain emotion. No, there is no time. We have a helicopter flying into a volcano with a broken blade, and the main character needs to save the planet by putting off the volcano with the thumb while smoking a cigar. We gave up good story and emotion to get this never-ending show of CGI dance. CGI is a great tool, and good directors use this tool wisely, like David Fincher, for example. But when your whole movie is an empty CGI, when actors do not even leave the green room, that is so sad that I cannot even describe it. So why does it happen? I guess this is obvious, but I've got to say it anyway. I'm not a researcher or a scientist who knows the precise answer to that question. These are just my thoughts and assumptions, okay? Okay. The main reason, I believe, is our shortened attention span. We no longer are interested in reading long books. An Instagram post is maximum that our spoiled attention can handle. Long video or movie? No, thank you. Give me those short funny TikToks and TV show that contains episodes no longer than 20 minutes. But you can say that those Marvel movies I was talking about, they last more than 2 hours. Yes, they do, but something new and epic and exciting happens on screen every 20 minutes or so. Our brain is already on this dopamine high and requires new stimulus as often as possible. Now, creating an interesting and convoluted story requires a lot of time and effort, right? How are they supposed to do that and produce those movies every year? Exactly. They're not going to give a damn. That's why the story is going to be as simple as possible and follow the same formula that kinda works. It is boring and predictable? Who cares? We got this walking talking alien snot that's going to ooze with jokes every couple of minutes. That'll keep them occupied, right? This approach guarantees a minimum amount of delays and maximum amount of profit. And of course, this is entirely our fault. We require those popcorn movies. We watch them every time, and of course they're going to make more of what the majority loves. It's just extremely sad that people with real talent and unique view will never get even a fraction of that budget to film a deep, original movie, because almost all the money is being directed to this well-oiled mechanism that keeps making those movies without a thought or fuck given. Simply follow the recipe and then collect your money. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.